Yeah. Why? Well, then you shouldn't tell me. Oh, Joanne's? Well, that's not anything private. What?
I'm gonna crochet and close Joanne's.
Are they for sure gonna? They for sure gonna close?
Dude, like they were saying, their store manager was like, "You can't sell any more gift cards. They're refusing like any like stock stuff."
Sorry. Alright, I gotta check these audio levels here because it has sounded so bad on my last couple streams. It is like super quiet and then too loud at the same time.
You like audio in a movie.
Yeah, it's like it's exactly right. It's like going to a movie theater.
The action scenes.
That sounds pretty good, I guess. Okay. So, I mean, I checked on my phone. It seems like it sounds okay, but hopefully when I check this out later, it sounds good enough. But my audio settings got deleted for no reason at all, probably because I haven't streamed in a while. So, I was like, it was like one of my streams, it sounded like there's two people talking, like one whispering and the other one screaming, and I hate it. So, I am going to continue my journey here. Is there a difference between this? 20 seconds? Okay. I made some changes like usual to my base, so I'm gonna go over everything, and I wanted to talk about some like design stuff for newer players as I continue to watch a subreddit and see people struggling with stuff. I guess first thing I should do is talk about some of the changes. I cleared out yet more space up here. I just grabbed some of this oil, these crude oil patches here, and I just grabbed the oil from them and put them on a train. Because I had like oil over here or something, I don't know. But anyway, there's my oil for my advanced oil processing. Then I just have a bunch of blank cells that I'm going to utilize shortly here. I moved my solar design, was like right here. I moved it down here because I needed the space because I'm going to put some iron plate production here. What else did I change? Oh, yeah, I'll have to get into that. My nuclear design, I got rid of it. So my old nuclear design was this. And when I say old, it was like this is my revamped nuclear design, but this was great, but it was a little too like weak. It was like 600 megawatts. So I redid it, and I realized I can fit so much more space in these cells for nuclear stuff. So I made a gigawatt design, and I don't know if this is like I think it's around 1 gigawatt. I don't know if it's 1.2 gigawatts or whatever, but this is a revamped design. It's double the reactors, way more wind turbines and stuff. So I replaced all my other designs with it, nuclear designs, and it's just giving me way more power. So it's like more power, but taking up the same amount of cells. So I'm sitting at like 6.8 gigawatts now, but I'm using a lot more power too. And I'm using more power because of these freaking foundries, which are using 562 megawatts. So I'm just going to run down here because I hate just map viewing everything. So let's go take a look at what I was doing with foundries. And I didn't really change anything with my like normal designs here. For instance, I made my I just went all in and just now I have a ton of uranium fuel cells because I have way too much uranium-235. So as you can see, this is backed up, completely full. But so is my 238. So I'm actually gonna. This is blasphemy, but I got a little bit too much 235. So I'm just gonna do that. because there's other things you can do with it, but I don't really care at this point. So let's do that. My bot mall. Oh, this was a big change. I'll get to that in a minute. What was I doing? Oh, so let me show these foundries real quick. So I think the last video I showed like the basics of the foundry design I made, where I just took some iron ore and some calcite with requester and just made some molten iron, and then I made a little cell for iron plates. I'm using stack inserters this time, so they stack a lot. So this is a lot, and it's on a turbo belt, so this is a lot of iron plates. And then I figured this was so good, like it worked well enough. Might as well do copper too. So I grabbed some copper, which unfortunately there wasn't a copper patch nearby, and it was so close it felt kind of stupid to put on a train. So I just grabbed this copper patch and belted it over with turbo belts. Same thing, it's a calcite requester chest, and then I bring it in. And here's copper production, copper plates, 2 trains again. So this is just the same thing as my other cells. Like here's a electric furnace copper cell. It's just I'm using foundries instead of electric furnaces. So this cell uses 160 electric furnaces, and then this cell uses 20 foundries. So it's like it uses way less foundries, but at the same time they use so much power. Like all my electric furnaces in the entire base, which is 1.300 or 1300, is just pales in comparison to the 84 foundries. So these are power devours. So anyway, I just thought I would put a little copper plate production. So again, 2 trains pick it up. So that was one of the bigger changes I made, because I'm going to be increasing production this stream. And another huge change I made, which was pretty fun and weird, was I got all of my robots are now quality. So I have 3,700 uncommon construction robots, 3,600 uncommon logistics, and then less rare, less epic, and then a few legendaries. So if you look at like any of the robots, you can see the little quality symbol on them as they like pull in. And the quality robots are identical to regular robots. They just have a little bit more energy capacity, operational time, and flying reach. So they're just a little bit better, basically. So I just made better robots. And I did it over here, and it was really weird to figure out how to yank robots out of the logistics system while they're working. But if you just go to a RoboPort and request a robot, and for instance, I was just requesting like, I have 2 RoboPorts here requesting, one's requesting logistics robot, the other is requesting construction robot, and then I have a little filter inserter only requesting normal quality just in case it accidentally, I don't know why, I would just yank additional quality, and then I put it in a recycling machine, get the parts out of it, and then I put it in these assembly machines with a little bit of quality modules, and then I make quality robots. So upgraded all my robots to quality, so I got 4,000 logistics and 4,000 construction, and they're all quality. So, and then my personal robots have a little bit of quality too. But it helps, you know. It's like if you use a lot of robots, you want your robots to be as potent as possible. So yeah, that was a fun little thing I did, and I guess I'm pretty much done because I just wanted around this amount of robots. I'll increase it eventually, but 4,000 seems to be like a sweet spot for this base. As the base gets bigger, I'll probably go up to 5,000, and then if it gets even bigger, I'll keep going up. But right now, that's fine. And I still got this quality stuff passively going in the background at a terrible rate. It's very bad, very bad quality design. I need to fix it. I even made a ship for getting legendary materials, but it's terrible. So I spent all this time making this, and then I realized it needs way more crushers, like exponentially more. Like I think this has how many crushers does this have? So this is 15 crushers. This needs like over 100. So this garbage ship, I just regret it, but I'm gonna use it anyway and see what I can do with it. And all I'm going to do is just fly to Gleba with it. at this point. This is just basically this is a science vessel for like testing. This is going to be me testing how, like, getting my foot in the door with this, because I didn't want to do any quality stuff in space, but doing it on Planet A is really tough if you don't have your stuff together, and I do not have my stuff together, so in regards to quality, so this is just, I'm just testing this out, so I'll just fly this around, get a feel for how it works, and then go from there. But I will expand my base, because that's what I'm going to do now. Because my base is, there's a couple things, like, even if everything is working perfectly, it's kind of not. Like, for instance, my red circuit production is just not, I'm not loving it. So, and this is where I want to talk to, like, newer players on how to design stuff. So, if I look at my base as a whole, the main goal of a base usually, I mean, it depends on the person, is just science. Like, what are you researching? How best can you research? Blah, blah, blah. So my science is fine. However, the parts leading up to science are sucking. So my red circuit production, I'm not liking it. Like, these chests are not always full. So there's one cell. If I go to another cell, a train's picking up, so those chests are completely empty. Then I go to another cell, and these chests are also just empty. So that means my red circuits are getting used a lot, and I want stuff to be idling. Like, stuff is in a good place when you go over to a cell, and it's just, like this. It's just not doing anything. That's what you want to see. That means your production has met the demand and then some, so it's just idling. It's just sitting there. And my red circuits are not idling. They are always going, which means, doesn't mean I necessarily have a shortage of them. It just means I could increase production, so I'm going to fix that, or I'm going to work on that. And I keep getting fighter attacks in my bot mall here, because this is one of the only sources of fighter eggs that are flowing through my base. So I had some over here with the capture bot rocket, but I removed him, and I have some spoilage here I need to get rid of. So let me do that real fast, just because a little busy work. Probably like my least favorite thing to do in a base is expand it. I don't like expanding really, but it's necessary, and it's probably why a lot of new players get so confused or held up on stuff. So I'm gonna take that spoilage out, and I have these recyclers dedicated to spoilage, so I'm just gonna throw them in there. And they would automatically do it anyway. I was just doing it because I was procrastinating, because I don't want to expand, but I need to. And I don't need to run over here on foot, but I'm going to anyway. Oh, and then finally I made a cell for steel, because my steel production is getting a little low, so that's what this cell is. And again, with the stack inserters just piling on the product here. So you get these nice fast train on, like, look at this, how fast this train loading is. It's beautiful. And again, this is 2 trains, so this is a design that I didn't really finalize per se, but I am using it over and over in the base. I'm not going to do any more foundry smelting right now, or in the near future. It costs like a lot of power, and I have already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gigawatt nuclear reactors, so I'm getting reactor cells, so I'm getting a little tired of adding power, so I'll probably chill on I'm going to do just electric furnaces for the next array here. So I saved this cell here because there's a huge iron patch in it. I'm going to just do regular iron smelting here, or electric furnace. So again, I'm going to show the whole process. So I'm going to grab some big mining drills, and I want to do a train. So yeah, this seems to be enough. So I can actually just copy this right here. Just copy this whole thing. Except, no, I'm not going to, because these are express undergrounds and express belts, and I'm using turbo now. So, and I have enough turbo. Yeah, I have 9.8 thousand turbo belts, so that's enough belts to really mess around. Although, oh, so That was strange. I'm just seeing, yeah, so it's expelling all this ore that is not legendary, which is like 99.9% of it. So that's why you need so many more crushers, because it's going to be going through, it needs to be going through more ore, and this design sucks. So it's like, sometimes you have to just admit when your design is washed. I was like, this is a washed design. So let's make this wait like way longer on Navi's. I just want that running in the background while I'm expanding. Anyway, so that design was too... Yeah, I'm not using blue stuff anymore. Where's... Okay. Yeah, so I feel like I kind of need to grab more turbo stuff from Vulcanist, because I'm using a lot of it. But you can only fit 50 of these in a rocket, so it's kind of... It's a delicate balancing act you have to do with logistics, but I guess it's not a big deal. So again, let me just grab this. So I had 2, 4, 6, so 12 miners in total. Seem to be enough. So I'll do that again. Let's just do. So I'm gonna bring all this ore up to a station right here, because I like to have the main ore stations on the top of the cell for some reason. Just kind of like visually, it's uniform and consistent. You don't have to do anything like that. So let's put one here. Let's spread these out a little so they get like a ton of ore. It doesn't have to be neat. Like, this is not neat at all. Actually, you know what? Let's go full bore here. One turret just ran out of ammo. Oh, because there's no, I don't have a... I'll fix that real quick. I don't have a requester chest giving these turrets ammo, which is hilarious. Which I don't even need these to be here, to be honest. It's just so... It's like cosmetic. I was just messing around when I was first learning how to do, or I was first using rocket turrets, so these are wholly unnecessary. I just have them here for funsies, I guess. So of course I don't have any power here, because why would I? Okay, anyway. Let's do like right there. Here. Here. Although I don't think this is very symmetrical, right? Yeah, this is... So let's get rid of this. There we go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 belts. Trying to keep a consistent like height difference between these as well. And this stuff is in the way, but that's okay. Like, I don't really care. Like, this is overkill for the amount of ore I need to fill this train. I'm just lining it up like this a little bit, so it looks a little more like symmetrical and consistent on the map. This also has no power, so let's just throw here. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, well, you know what? That's not... You're gonna go then. Okay, so we just want 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So let's get all these organized. It's the next step. So I'm gonna bring all these up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So these are all like lined up with each other, and we want to have 6 distinct belts that are going to be, I think it's 6 to 8. So we'll use this balancer, because I want to have this exact same unloading station where it's, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 6 to 8. So let's get, let's just bring it up right here. Alright. So there's all my belts lined up. And then, let me grab this station. So I love this station here. Okay, so the problem is if I grab this station, I have undergrounds, and I could just, I'm gonna upgrade these, and I'll show how to use an upgrade planner real quick too. So I just want, let's just do that. And I want this station, like, say right here. And now, so the problem is these are these are blue belts, and I don't want to use blue belts here. I want to use turbos, and turbos are direct upgrade to blue. So all I have to do is grab an upgrade planner and do that, and then bam, it's automatically upgraded to turbo. And it kept the bulk inserters, which is fine. I don't really need stack inserters at this point. I guess I could put those as stack inserters, but it doesn't really matter. So let's grab these and flip it. So it loads both sides of the train. And then finally, let's put a stop here. You're probably gonna go away too. There we go. Trying to keep my bots at 160. It's that's a whole nother discussion. Okay, anyway, let's get a stop here. Oh, not this again. I swear I just did this last video where this is the thing with trains and why it's so hard to make like decor and artsy cool looking stuff, because trains are just never lined up with the rest of the map. Like they're just never lined up with anything. So now, or maybe it's just this tree. No, it's not. So now I gotta redo all these. It's not a big deal, but it's just annoying. Trains are just straight up annoying sometimes. Alright, so let me move all of this over. Line it up with the actual, where the car is actually gonna be. There we go. These belts got messed up in the process. That's okay. There we go. Okay. So there's the actual unloading station. Well, let's get these belts all lined up and nice and neat and orderly. So we got a 6 to 8. So I'm gonna come over to my balancers, hit 6 to 8. Probably do it like right here. I gotta fix. Yeah, so like in one of my last videos, I put this balancer over here, and it should be over here. Like I don't know why I did it on the right. It's probably just from stream like nervousness or something. So I'm gonna fix that too. But anyway, let's get a 6 to 8 balancer and let's put it. Let's just put it right here. It's fine. I don't really care that this looks like perfect, you know, like it just needs to look good enough. This is just ore. Like this is not very symmetrical, and that's okay. Like I'm always whinging about symmetrical stuff, but it's not the end of the world if it's not like perfectly aesthetic all the time. Like that's not the point. Keep hitting the wrong button. Whoops. Was not paying attention. And this is where, like, kind of like, this isn't advanced or anything. This is something not a lot of people think about, or not a lot of people I think do. So when you hit R, that's how you rotate your belt. If you hold shift and hit R, you rotate it backwards. So if you want to make belts, moving belts around a little bit faster, just hold shift. Like, I'm still getting used to it. I spent hundreds of hours not doing it, so like if you ever watch videos and you see like speedrunners or like Factorio guys like or girls making videos and they're doing stuff like really fast, it's like that's just using shift. So there is just a whole train of iron ore, which is great. So let's make this train stop official by holding shift and right clicking this one, then holding shift and left clicking that one there. Now that is an iron out train, and whenever a train's available, it'll come pick it up. Now I need to do a copper one too, but I don't have like free copper around me, so I might just use this. I could technically do it here, but this is kind of cramped. This is a little bit more space. And look, the train's already here. And I've set up my train system to where if you do it this way, it's kind of like self-sufficient. Like I just put a train stop here, and a train automatically came to it, because trains automatically pick a stop as long as it has that name. So if you name all of your stops that use the same product, the same name, trains will automatically go to each stop according to whichever one needs it. So like for instance, this train is iron ore out, so that means it needs a train, or this train stop is iron ore out, so it means it needs a train to pick up iron ore here. But it has a train limit of 1. So if it's empty, that means one train that's not busy will come up here to pick up some iron ore. If there already is a train here, like there is right now, that's why it's sleeping, then another train will not even check to come here. It'll be like, oh, there's one there already, don't worry about it, it won't come. That's what the little ZZZ is. Another station that would be an iron ore in is busy with probably because the train limit. So it's just sleeping, waiting for a station to be open. And this is a good way to avoid this stuff. So when you go look at bases, everyone always has this S design. Like, let me make one real quick. And I love this design, by the way, so I'm not making fun of it. So it's like, this is a terrible example, but they'll have all of these lined up, right? And then it'll go into, this is so bad, hold on. I think I have like a better example in my editor save. Okay, here we go. So these are what's called stackers. So while your train is waiting for something to be open, like for instance, I just showed that there was no available iron ore in stops, so my train was just sleeping, right? If you don't do train limits, or if you just have that many trains or not enough stops or whatever, just whatever the reason, you can use stackers, and a train will come into a stacker and wait for something to be open, and then when it's open, it'll drive over to it. The problem with using stackers is you really need to know what you're doing. I was messing around with them here in the editor, and I got them to work, but I didn't they take up a lot of space. Not a lot of space. They're unnecessary for what I'm doing. I'll just say that. I don't need them to come into, the way they work is between 2 points. The train is always going to go to the quickest route it can between 2 points. So if you put a stacker in between the route of A to B, then it will be forced to go through the stacker, and that's how you get stackers to work. And then you put a rail signal at the end of the train and a chain signal at the front of the train. The problem is, if you don't signal it just right, the trains will basically fly right through the stacker and then just pile up behind the other trains, or you might not need a stacker or whatever. The reason is, like, it doesn't matter. You might not need a stacker is my point. So just pointing out, this is what you do if you don't set train limits, or maybe you do set train limits, you have a ton of trains, whatever. You can use stackers. This is an alternative to what I'm doing. And I was messing around with them, and they look cool. I used to have them on my base, but I just realized I didn't need them. Like, this is for when you just have all these trains coming to, like, very, like, low amount of stations, and I just have a ton of stations and not that many trains. So, like, let's take a look at the stats here to kind of emphasize my point. So you hit this little train here, which is O. It'll tell you, so I have 255 stations and 183 trains. So typically when you're using stackers, you would have way more trains with less stations. Like the ratio is less trains to more stations in my game. Why does this say main? Oh, because this is just the science ones. If I had way less stations and way more trains, I absolutely would probably use stackers. You know what I mean? Like, it's like they're there for a different type of base, a different situation. But since I have my stations with train limits and I don't have that many trains, I don't need them, and I don't have any in the entire base. So just want to throw that out there too, because if you look at my design, this is exactly the type of base that would usually have stackers, but I don't have any. The only stackers I have are kind of in my science cell, and these aren't really stacking like in a traditional sense. They're just a small holding area to deliver the science. So that's my take on it anyway. Everybody does stuff differently, and I see everybody doing the exact same type of base with the big stackers and like the cells and stuff, and that's great, but like I realized in this base I didn't need it. So that is not me saying they suck or they're stupid, because they're not. They're not stupid and they don't suck. I just didn't need it in my base. Anywho, so that's that. Let's go ahead and put... I realize I don't have a symbol right here for ore. So I got one iron ore cell, and I don't know why the trains are delivering like I was short on trains. I most certainly was not. So the fact that these trains are coming and going, I guess maybe I was, shit. Good for you, train. So I wanted to fix this steel atrocity here. This just pissed me off on my last stream. Why did I put this over here? This sucks. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till this empties out, which is going to be a hot minute because there's a lot of iron in here. I could just strip, yeah, I'll just do that. I'm just going to do this right now. I could wait for this to empty out, but I really don't. I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's cut all this. And of course my base bots are going to come over here and take these. I really didn't want them to, but that's something I don't even know if it's possible to change other than just taking out a Roboport range. But let's cut these off. Yeah, I'm gonna redo this cell real quick. I just hate how this balancer is all there's like a billion belts like clustered over to the right. It just looks so stupid. And this is like a lot of things I fix around the base. What sort of gaming hell is this, and why haven't I heard of it? You haven't heard of Factorio, my friend? Factorio is the best. Factorio is the best. So I'm going to move these belts. Let's just get these all lined up a little bit. And this is taking way too long, so let's just do... Oops. Just do this. Robots are for. Yeah, I was talking to somebody on my last stream about robots, and I didn't really get too much into it. They were probably wondering what I was talking about, storage chests and stuff. But I was talking about them because that's like the biggest thing with robots, storage. Like, robots are great for putting stuff down and taking stuff away, but unless you have the chest for it, they don't really do anything. So let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. So this is 8 to 8. So let's get an 8 to 8 balancer. Yeah, you know what? No wonder I did this on the right. This is an abomination. I really don't like it over there though, so I'd still rather do it right here. So let's move this. I don't even know why. And one of the changes they made in 2.0 is your Roboports have a little bit of built-in radar, so you don't really need radars as much, which is great. Okay. go back to 8 to 8. This is still in the way, so I'll have to move that again. So if I do this here, these are going to have to go under a lot. So let's do it like that. Yeah, so you guys got to go. In the way. And I'll try to see how this worked out. I mean, oh, this is... So, okay, I talked about upgrade planners. You can also do what I like to call a downgrade planner. And I'm just going to grab this planner here and change it. You can basically manipulate the gain and do a lot of stuff for you. So, I want this all to be blue just to keep with the rest of this being blue so the belts aren't like looking weird. So, you go, there's a from and to. So, I don't want to use turbos, I want to use express. And then you just keep doing that with all these. I don't want to use turbos, I want to use express. I don't want to use turbos, I want to use express. And that's how you make a downgrade planner. Here. And that's just to keep the product flowing at the exact same rate on every single... Actually, let me line these up before I do anything else, because this is going to be a pain in the butt. This is gonna be a pain in the butt because I gotta do things the hard way. This is not this is not it. I don't know what I'm doing with this design, but I'm having fun. So this is not it. Look at this. I'm like barely have enough room for this. So I got 2. Okay, I have enough room. As long as stuff fits, you know, it's kind of like that's the only rule that you shouldn't break is just make sure stuff fits. If it fits, then it's fair game. Alright. Now, actually, I admit I still like that better. I just could not stand the way that looked before. It looked atrocious. Whoops. Going. Aw, see, I didn't want to use an underground right here, but gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, so now I have way too much iron ore, so let me see if I can just do something like this. So if a good way to get rid of ore on you is just go to an unload station. Yeah, see this train? Let's just throw it right into this train. That way you're not wasting it or throwing it back in your logistics system and clogging stuff up if you don't want to. Which is totally fine, but when you get to like playthroughs of several hundred hours, it's just, you have just too much stuff, you know? I still got some on me. Gotta wait for another train. This is embarrassing. Alright, so that looks much better in my opinion. It's a little, it's got a little jank to it, but I didn't like how all the belts were clustered over here. I thought that was atrocious. We got another train coming or what? Yeah, he's coming. See him passing. Get your butt over here, boy. Beautiful. Okay. So, there is iron, and now I need to do copper. And I really don't want to do copper, but... Oh yeah, let's check on this crappy hauler here and see if I've done anything at all. Look, the whole time this has been out, 0 legendaries. You know why? Because there's not enough crushers, and these aren't really that high quality, so it's terrible. The good thing is, though, that this has not gotten blown up by asteroids, so I call that a win. So when I redesign this, which I'm not going to do right now, because it's going to take me like freaking hours to redesign this, I'm going to put some gun turrets on it, because I was trying to do an all-in-one, like, 0 hassle, like, legendary farmer. Like, no trips to pick up ammo or anything. It just stays out in space, does everything automatically. So no fuel picked up, just nothing. Which it's working well for that, but it's like these laser turrets barely stave off these asteroids, and I'm just not getting the freaking ore here at all. Like every single ore is turning into garbage, uncommon, rare. And also the fuel's not keeping up because I should have put more fuel on here. I overestimated this recipe for advanced fuel, which is great when it works, but I just needed more. Like 2 is just not quite enough. So all in all, this ship sucks. So I'm just gonna let it fly around for a while though, because I don't feel like dealing with that right now. So anyway, let's get this copper now. Actually, let's check a couple of things first. So my power is great. Researching some more productivity here. Yeah, so I'm running out of stuff that I want to research. It's mostly just stuff I can, but I don't really want to research any of this stuff, so. Like, I should upgrade some more artillery, but it requires so much science. It's crazy. So I'm kind of holding off on that. But I will eventually. So I'm going to head down to my bot mall again and just check a couple things out. Yeah, these biters are spawning every second, it feels like. Okay, so nothing going on here. Oh, finally! There's another one. These things this is the worst legendary production ever, I swear to God. So the only one I'm using is right here. Put another one in. So the quality is 21%. Should I even do this? I'll just hold on to it for now. Came back to the bot mall to get rid of some stuff here. Too much extra stuff that's annoying me. Alright. My bots will sort it all. You know, when I explained robots in my last video, but that's another thing they do. To talk about robots a little further, I guess I can explain that real quick too. So, I don't have to come outside my base. So the thing with robots is there's 2 levels to it. There's robots themselves, and then there's roboports. So, and then there's 2 different types of robots, and I'll get into that too. I'll explain all this. This won't take long. Robots are really simple. This is just to answer. I think my friend was asking me about it last stream. Oh, okay. I wanted to show this. So I was tired of that exact notification happening. So I put some foundation in a lightning collector here so they would stop dying in transit. But apparently one of them was going over here. Like, what were you doing over here, bro? Like, that's why you died. But anyway, right here. See them flying? This is a high death area because of lightning. So I put a collector here to stop it. And it mostly fixed it except that one, unfortunately. Anyway, I gotta show these roboports. I have to come outside of a roboport range to show them. Okay. So I have roboports on me, it's gonna make this kind of difficult. So there's 2 different types of roboports. There's personal roboports and just regular roboports. It doesn't really matter which one you're talking about. They both function exactly the same. So when you hold a roboport in your hand, you'll see 2 different things. You'll see an orange square and a green square. The orange square is gonna be the coverage for your logistics robots, which are the ones that have like a plus sign on their head. And then the green is going to be your construction robot coverage. And your coverage is just the area they can operate in. If it's outside of that coverage, the robots will not do anything at all. They will just not, that area outside of their coverage doesn't exist. So, for instance, this over here is outside of my coverage. And you can check your coverage by going to the map and clicking logistics networks. You can see all the area outside your coverage. So all the area inside of my coverage is orange and green. And if you're doing long distances like this, make sure your orange basically is connected at some point to another part of your base. For instance, this whole strip is connected right here, and then it comes down, and then it connects right here, and then all the rest of my base is connected. But anyway, if I want to build something over here, let's say I put some assembly machines, they're not going to get... Oh, you guys just got to be smart asses. You guys just got to be smart asses. Okay, hold on. If I put something over there, turning you off, they're not going to get built because they're outside of the RoboPort coverage. See how the square, the green, everything is over here? So they're just going to stay as ghosts, right? It's when I went up to them that... You guys keep undermining me, I swear to God. It's when I went up to them with my own personal RoboPort coverage, which you can see this big-ass green square here. This is me. This is my RoboPort coverage. And there's more on the right, but that's because I'm holding a RoboPort, but that's the only way you can see coverage. So that square around me is my personal RoboPorts. But I would have to, like... Let me see. Oh, that works. Yeah, so basically my point is, if you're outside the RoboPort coverage, nothing gets built at all, period. And it's the same for chests. Like, let's say you have a requester chest and you wanted to ask for something. That's the whole point of it. If you're not in the RoboPort coverage, you get this little Wi-Fi symbol. And that just literally means you're outside of RoboPort coverage. And if you put it in RoboPort coverage, it obviously goes away. Look, there's not even power to this and it still goes away. All that's telling you is that you're within RoboPort coverage. So the next thing is the difference between construction robots and logistics robots. It is as simple as it gets. Construction robots build stuff. Boom. Logistics robots carry stuff for supplies to you or from somewhere. So for instance, all of this stuff, like let's say I have these two big electric poles here and I don't want them anymore. If I put them into the trash slots, then the logistics robots will take them away. So this is what logistics robots do. And I'll just have to wait here for a minute because they're all over the place. Oh, there you go. Boom. See, he took it. And you can see him running. He's going to run all the way down to the bot mall, right? Because that's where my logistics storage is. And when I talk about logistics, it's like I said in the last video, it's just another word for transportation, and it's just a way to say this is what the area your robots are going to be operating in. So if I didn't have this logistics storage, the robot would have nowhere to put it. So that's another thing with robots, and that's why I spent so much time explaining these chests. You can have all the robots in the world, but if you have steel chests, the robots don't know, they don't mess with it, basically. Like, that to them is nothing. Like, they can put it down or they can take it away, but they don't know what's inside this chest. That's what the logistic chests are for. Your robots can know what's inside these chests, and they can get the data from them. So that's robots in a nutshell. So you have construction robots, logistics robots, you have active provider chests, passive provider chests, storage chests, buffer chests, requester chests, and then you have RoboPorts. So that's why when you look on your crafting menu, they're all in a line, because these guys are all tied together. And then you can get into circuits and stuff, but that's a whole other discussion. But that's how robots work, logistics. And the only thing you need to know about RoboPorts, besides what I was saying, is they have a little yellow dashed line. You have to daisy chain, you have to connect them. So if you look on my base, it's these neat little squares of them all being connected, and sometimes overlap a little if I have extra, like right here. Connecting two RoboPorts is how you get the coverage. So if I wanted to go outside of my base, I would make sure the orange was overlapping and then the dotted line show up. So that's the threshold. Connecting RoboPorts, you're simply connecting the orange color there. So if the green's connected, it kind of doesn't matter. It's the orange that you want to connect. So see how it's just not connecting, and then bam, the orange touches, and then I get the dashed line. So That's how you just make a logistics network. And that's all logistics network is just RoboPorts. So whenever I say logistics network, I just mean RoboPorts. And then whatever's in my chest, which are logistics storage. So if I want to expand this, I would walk out as far as I could. And then you kind of want to make these straight too. See how this is straight with this one right here? You don't have to do it straight, but it just looks better. And then you just put it there, and then bam, now my logistics coverage is out here. And then you come out here and do the same thing. Bam, and now my logistics coverage is out here. And then you just keep going, and that's how you make a wide area logistics network. And you can even do what I did, which I call scaffolding, but it doesn't have to be exactly like this. If you want to just chain together long distances, just measure out a RoboPort with some power lines, and then you can just chain them like this, just real easy, and just keep going. And the next thing you know, you can cover a huge area without any effort at all, because your robots are going to be building it for you. So that's how. That's robots. They're amazing. So that was just wrapping up the whole robot discussion, because I didn't really feel like I 100% explained it. One more thing to note with robots too is they will they fixed the AI with them, so to speak, in this update 2.0, so they behave a little better. But if you have a really long distance they're flying, try not to do what I did here. Like, try not to have gaps like this. There's a huge gap right here. They can fly in here and they'll run out of power. And when they run out of power, they'll just go super slow and you won't be able to get your work done, basically. So try to keep stuff connected like I did here, where everything is little neat boxes or just fully covered. That's the best way for your bots to get around. And the only reason why you want that kind of coverage is so they can come in here and charge, because that's all these RoboPorts are, is just a place to charge. Charge and chill. That's like their little robot bar, you know? They go there to unwind, relax, charge. Like you want RoboPort coverage. And generally, you don't have to have the ratio I do with robots, where I have like 4,000 logistics and 4,000 construction. Have whatever amount you need of whichever. So, like, for instance, on my base, whenever a ship comes in, like right now, looks like I got a Vulcanist ship that just came in. Look at all these logistics robots. It's a lot, right? So if I look on here, look, it's going down. Logistics 1,000, 900, 800. Like it went way down. I have 4,000 max, but there's only 900 available. So that means over 3,000 robots are flying around right now, and they're busy. So if I know that I'm going to use 3,000 robots, then guess what? I need to have more than 3,000 robots. So that's basically how you figure out how many robots you need. And same with construction. Since I know I need that many logistics robots, I'll build something. Like I was building these nuclear reactors, and it would say, you'll get a notification, and it'll tell you what's needed. Here, I'll show it real quick, because I need to technically do this anyway. So let's say I build a cell, and I'll build a cell right here, another one. Ah, crap, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. So watch what happens. If I go to my construction robots on the right there in the tooltip, you can see it dropping. It's 1,500, 1,400, 1,300, 1,200, 1,100, 1,000, 900. It's going to keep going down, because all these robots are going to realize they need to do this job. So as I fly out to work on this, you can see it just dropping. So 0. So that means every single construction robot I have is busy. So that means pretty much I should have more construction robots, right? Not necessarily. So as you can see, this number here is saying there's 3,000 entities that are missing robots. So I should have about another $3,000 on top of what I have right now in my construction robots. The only problem with that is robots take their toll on your processing power on your game. Like, it's more graphics and processes being processed. So you don't want to have too many robots, just as many as your computer will allow. And the more robots you have, the more charging they need to do. And these little RoboPorts eat a lot of power. See right now? Look at this. 410 megawatts, and it's climbing. Now, look, the number one power sucker in my entire base is RoboPorts, because they're doing stuff. So that tells you don't necessarily want to have too many robots. So that's how I like to balance robots. I know they're going to take a lot of power, and I know I need a lot, but you don't want to go too extreme and just have like 250,000 robots or something. After a certain point, they're very easy to make, so you can be tempted to just make like 50,000 and call it a day or something. But take a look at that power. Look at the power. Look at what you're building, and you probably don't need it. I will say I could probably use some more robots though. My computer seems to handle it. I'd probably want to add another 3,000 on both sides, logistics and construction, but it works for now. I'm in no rush. That's another thing. Are you in a rush? Like, I'm not in a rush. Like, I don't need stuff built like right this second. So I am fine with them, taking their time and building that. I don't need that cell right this second. So continuing what I originally said I was going to do like a million years ago. So I'm going to take care of this copper. And since all my robots, I think, are busy, yeah, they're all busy. My personal robots will have to help me with this. So I really don't, this is going to be really awkward because this train track's here. But I think I can just build around them and then just use undergrounds to accomplish what I need to here. So yeah, this is gonna be a minute. Let me do some more procrastinating here. Yeah, my Aquila base is still in shambles. The only difference I made was I'm picking up a little bit more materials. So in fact, let me check that. What is this called? A fission reactor? It's a reactor. There we go. So I only have 3. Yikes. What are these called again? Fusion generator. 32. Okay, so 32 generators only have 3 reactors. I have an uncommon nuclear reactor. Where's that at? Oh, this is also, let me show that real quick too. 2.0, you can search for anything. So if I want to look for something specific, I'm going to click them, and all my stuff's in my logistics network, mind you. If it's not in your logistics network, that's a whole nother discussion, but you're going to eventually, every player is going to have stuff in their logistics network. So if I was looking for that nuclear reactor, I just hit this search button right here, and I can search for reactor or nuclear reactor, like whatever you want. So here it is. So I click on it, and I zoom out, and I can locate exactly where it is. So it's telling me exactly where it is, which is in the bottom all right here in this passive provider chest. So I'm going to click this, and I was kind of low-key working on like better nuclear reactors. I'm going to replace this reactor with that uncommon one, and that'll give me just a little bit more power. So let me just check this out here. Yeah, he took it out. Yeah, that was actually stalling the production because I put quality modules in here. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. I was just like, let me see what happens if I get a couple nuclear reactors. So, yeah, so there, that one's uncommon. And you can see so regular one's putting out 120 because for some reason these two don't have neighbor bonuses because there's not reactors like right here or whatever. These 4 have neighbor bonuses. So regular one puts out 120 and this uncommon puts out 156. So that's pretty cool. And that gives me like a non-noticeable amount of power. So there's some water real quick. I'm just procrastinating. I really don't want to do these mines. This is probably my least favorite part in base management is sitting here doing like mining stuff like after a point. It's like you just don't really care. So well, I mean you care, but it's like you got cooler stuff you want to do, like this isn't exactly the coolest thing. But let's get started. Okay, so what's my copper? copper design here. So it is, where's the copper? Copper out. Oops. Search for copper here. I don't know why there was like a huge delay with that, but whatever. So there's a copper. I guess this will do. So I have 2, 4, 6. So 6. This is out already. Nice. 2, 4, 6. Going into 8 again. And I guess that'll do it. So 6 to 8. Or something close. So let's line this up to where this is going out. I'm gonna have to make these a little bit closer than I usually do, just because there's so little space here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll have to do the other 6 here, or the other 2 here, which is a shame because, like I said, these train tracks are in the way. But I'll just work around it. Let's do one here. Do one here. Now, the problem with the trains being in the way is that's where my beacon usually is, so I'm going to have to... actually, screw it. These don't even need beacons. Like, it's fine without it. So let's get this stuff flowing outward. And then here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's 5. And then finally 6. Why does it look like there's nothing here? Because there isn't. There we go. I was like, that can often be a solution too. Why does it appear as though there's nothing there? Because nothing is there. Same here. There we go. I don't know. Oh. No, I don't know why these didn't build. Or maybe just because... This is why you gotta check when you're copy pasting stuff. Because it's very easy to just not build something. Okay, so now these need power. That should supply all 4 of those, and all 4 of those, okay. So these are not beaconed, so they're gonna do a little bit slower than these, but it's fine. That's why you have 6 of these. Plus it's copper, like copper is, at my base I think I use a little bit more iron than copper, yeah. So again, we'll do the stop up here and get a 6 balancer and bring it up here. So we'll copy the iron one I just did. And these are turbo into, okay, so that should be fine. Oh, you know what? This time, learning my lesson, I'm gonna go ahead and put the train first, cause that pissed me off. So there's a train. Let's get rid of, and I have a deconstruction planner for basically environmental stuff. So This way I can remove these trees without worrying about automatically removing the roboport power poles or anything. So just get rid of the trees, get rid of nature. Okay. So now I did that. Copy the station. And we're gonna line this up perfectly with the rails, unlike last time. And we'll grab another roboport, just slap it over here. Then we'll copy these. And the more you play the game, the more stuff becomes very like by the book. Like it's like you do this a few times, and then it's like it becomes second nature, or it just becomes easier. And I don't think I put a train stop in front of the last one here, which I need to go ahead and do that just because that's how my base works. So there's one before, and then there's one after, and then that's how trains work without. Why is there extra? That's hilarious. That's how I keep the rails clear. 'Cause I don't think I mentioned that last video or any of my videos. Like you have like the main track, and then the track under it, and or this is the opposite track. And I want to keep this like the line clear, so I put rail signals. Oh, this isn't a great example because this is on the main line, but usually like when I do an offshoot like this, then I'll put the signals around the station. But it's okay if these main lines are clogged because trains can go around it, or they're not there that long, or just whatever. It's not really a big deal. Although I just noticed that these are all off the main line, so I kind of, let me see. I kind of messed up actually. It's like these should be offshoot, like off the main line. So let's go ahead and fix that before I get way ahead of myself here. And I'm sitting here talking about becomes second nature. I'm like, you know what becomes second nature? Messing up. That's what becomes second nature. Alright, so I have a rail planner for this. I call it thin fork. Oops, that is not the right one. Thin fork branch. And I just line it up like this. And then that way the main line is clear, and then the train will come down here to pick up the ore. That's what we want to see. So I'm going to have to fix that other station too, by the way. Yeah, so this right here, this needs to move because this is on the main line. I wasn't paying attention, but it's an easy fix, so to speak. So let's just put these, I like to line these rail signals up. So there's the engine, 1, 2, 3, 4 cargo wagons, and then the signal. Okay, so let's do this again. You don't even have to be that low. There we go. Okay. Sheesh. 6 to 8, and I don't want to. I really should. The way ore patches spawn, or the location of the ore patch can dictate your design in general, so it gets kind of annoying. You know what? This freaking, when I pick up construction robots, it keeps taking my epic and downgrading into rares to keep it balanced. It's really annoying, but whatever. So let me see, 6 to 8. Do I want it here or here? Or like right here. I kind of like to line these up like at a little right angle from the top belt that I'm pulling from, just because it like makes these neat little lines. But it would be actually, yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. Oops. Okay, so I was dragging the belt down and this tree got in the way, and then it just automatically made an underground. Annoying, right? So, easy way to fix that is to just hold shift, and then your bots will just deconstruct the tree. Like, get out of my way, son. Yeah, so see how I can't build there unless I hold shift? As soon as I hold shift, the bots will like, screw you, tree. Boom. Yeah. Keep freaking hitting the wrong buttons here. Alright, so that's all of the belts in. And I'm in the, what's it called? I'm outside of the orange here, so I'm not in I'm in construction robot range, but I'm not in logistics robot range. So that's why they're not picking up my trash slot stuff. But as soon as I go into the orange, then you can see it. See how there's that faint red outline on these items, and then it goes yellow because I'm in the orange, out of the orange, in the orange, out of the orange, and you can see a little light here, not in logistics network, and then I'm in it. So another little nugget there. Oops. I'm just going to load these up like this. Oops. Oh boy. It's a whole lot of like this kind of stuff that just, it's not really that fun. It's like, but it's okay. You need to do it. And this is how you increase production. So that's another thing I want to talk about. Was I see a lot of players on the subreddit are always asking, like, why is my blank like blank? Like, why is my iron ore low, or why is my stuff building slow? And it's always the same answer. It's because you need to increase your production. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So now this train stop is complete. I'm going to go ahead and copy this. Or that's in, I need out. And then a train will come pick up this copper whenever it's available. So now that I've put this one on an offshoot, I gotta go fix this one, unfortunately, because I don't know what I was thinking putting this on the main line like that. That is just really stupid. So now I gotta sit here and I'm actually gonna wait for a train to empty this out, because this will take way too fucking long for the bots to empty and everything. It'll be like super annoying. So just sit here and wait. And while this is waiting, let me do some other stuff. Or while I'm waiting. So okay, here's a train. Power's still good. Why am I only at 6.6 gigawatts though? I should be at 6.8. It's like 200 megawatts have been lost. Oh, yeah, so you see how those red squares? That just means it's a logistics robot delivering me something, so that's just my logistics robots bringing me the supplies that I have not been letting them deliver because I've been outside of the range. And you can even just hit trash unrequested here. I never do this on myself anyway. And then it'll just, you can see the items that are highlighted. It'll just take stuff that's not requested by me and just automatically take it away. And it's great if you want to be really organized, but it's really annoying when you're running in and out of your Roboport range because robots will like run to you and then you go out of range and they'll run away. And they'll be stuck in like limbo running back and forth trying to resupply you and take stuff, and it's like really stupid. Man, this barely took any iron. What a shame. check my phone real quick. Yeah, take all this iron away. So I could just take this with robots, but I think it was like my last video or the one before that. It took such a long time. So let me think of a faster way to do this, because I really hate standing around. Freaking mech armor. This is the worst. Like trying to get this to not suck. Are these full? Alright. This is what I've been waiting for on this planet for a very long time, is for stuff to just be full. Just be saturated. Just sit there and be saturated and leave me alone. But that can also lead to some problems with overproduction. Like, right now, a little bit too many processing units. But they should be, yeah, it's like, that's way over. It's like 9,000 over. What's going on here? So this is stone. So I think my stone is under control. So let's go ahead and transition this over to blue circuits, or processing units, I should say. Let's make these 3 processing units. This is how I've been dealing with scrap. I've shown this in a couple of videos. I just basically delete it from the game. It's like, I could be doing something with it, but I don't want to, so I just delete it. So I'm just checking on these miners here while I'm waiting for these chests to empty. See if any of these miners are depleted. Patches are gone. Everything looks good. Holmium is good. Holmium plates are good. Yeah, everything looks great on here, and I even have extra chests. Everything looks great on this planet. I finally got Fulgora where I wanted it. It only took 200 hours. Gleba is always good. How many artillery shells? I have 85. I wonder how many I've used. Okay, so my turrets are outpacing the pollution cloud, which is good. That's why I haven't really had any attacks. Your spore cloud on Gleba is basically the same as a pollution cloud on other planets. Just try to make sure there's not any monsters inside the cloud, and you'll be fine. Just wasting time at this point. Let's check on Vulcanus. Everything looks good here, like always. Vulcanus took me a while to get to a steady. Vulcanus was at a steady state for like 100 hours, and then it suddenly went to shit because I had a tungsten patch here, and it ran out, and that was, yeah, you can see this is the last bit of it. It ran out, so it was awful. I had some issues with that, but then I just killed some demolishers, and then I got this nice, beautiful patch here. And there's plenty of more patches I can tap. There's one here, blah, 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 all over the place. I just need to check on it from time to time because coal will run out. And this is a big coal patch I'm using. And there's more coal in other places, so I'm not worried if this one runs out. Yeah, this is only 6 million, and for instance, this one's 100, so it's like I'm not worried if this runs out, but I am keeping an eye on these miners. This will kill production. So everything looks good here. It says Gleba, Fulgora. Let's check Aquilo again. Flush these tanks because I'm too lazy to do a circuit on them. Wow, that is a lot of fusion reactors. Okay. What about the fusion generators? Not too great. So my ship should be picking up reactors. Okay, it's only picking up one at a time because only one can fit on a rocket, right? Yeah, rocket capacity 1. I don't want to launch too many rockets at once on some of these planets. Not like unless I'm 100% sure they can take it. So looking at my rocket supplies here. So rocket fuels max, low density is good, processing units are good. Processing units good, I mean. my rocket fuel, one of the few planets I actually make rocket fuel on because it's so easy here. Just solid fuel and ammonia. It's water. So everything looks good. OMG, these chests are still like halfway full. Here, you know, I'm gonna have to get more aggressive. Oh, okay, never mind. There we go. There's some on me too I need to get rid of. Oh, these chests are taking forever to empty. You know what? If I would have just used robots, these would have been done by now. So, honestly, it's like, it's just, I might as well just use robots. So, unfortunately, if I dismantle these chests myself, my inventory will fill up like immediately. So, I am going to do this. And this. And you guys do it. Watch how many robots this takes. Yeah, this is construction 0. So, yeah, it's every single robot on my base is working to empty these. Look at that cascade of robots. Beautiful. Freaking beautiful. I think I can get the rest of this. There we go. I'm gonna have to move all of this too. This is what happens when you don't pay attention. So pay attention. that's my advice for you when you play this game. Pay attention. Why is there a power pole in the way here? Get out of the way. Okay. Let's say I want these right here. And let's copy this here and finally that. Except these are still too high up. And of course my inventory is full. So let's do this. There we go. Why are you saying there's no power? Because these don't have any power. And why does this not have power? Because this doesn't. It's all it all goes together. And there's a signal right here blocking inserter that would have killed me later on or annoyed me. Alright. Let's see if I can get rid of some of this ore here. Jeez, how much ore do I have? A lot. Alright. Sheesh. That should be all my ore. This is off of the main line. Everything is right with the world. That's... Don't ever put something on the main... So, when I designed this base, because I saw a comment on one of my videos, somebody was asking me for a blueprint. Which I would give if people wanted it. I don't know why you want my blueprints though, because they're not amazing, but if somebody did, I would gladly give them to you. When I designed this, this is the main blueprint, or I'll do you one worse. This is the original blueprint. So this is the original square in my design. It's signaled correctly, but there's a couple little quirks with it. So the signal right here, which I might go into the editor to show this because this is like really zoomed out. So let me see here. a robot echo going on. Oh no, this whole time I've had a robot echo. That is horrible. Let me see. I didn't even know you're watching, by the way. So what's up, bro? Oh my god, that sounds awful. Okay, let's check this out. First, let me save. This is why I'm so glad I'm a small streamer. Alright, wonder which one this is. This is. Let me try that. Alright, is the robot echo still here? Is the robot echo still here? I'm testing my video here. Hear my cell phone. My stream's a little bit behind on here. I'm just standing here by my... Okay. Oh, well, you just confirmed for me, so I don't have to look that up. Okay, what else do I got here? Man, that was a great thing I wanted to show that just happened, which is unfortunate because I have robot echo. So it wasn't the VST plugin. Maybe it's the limiter. Let me just pull this up on YouTube so I don't have to wait for the my cell phone to freaking keep up. There we go. No, it was not the limiter. What the hell is this robot echo? Maybe it's noise suppression. Try that. Is it noise suppression? This sucks. Yeah, okay. That is too bad. What sucks is I didn't even know it until you brought it up, so I was just sitting here like with this dog shit robot audio this entire fucking stream, and I had no idea because there's no way for me to tell. And I'm perplexed. You stop. The only change I did was I put these filters back on because they were turned off. So I don't. Maybe it's the expander. I mean, like, who the fuck knows? Like, check again. The only change I did was I put these filters back on because they were turned off. So I don't. Maybe it's the expander. I mean, like, who the fuck knows? Like, check again. I don't think it was the expander. Okay, I feel like it's... Let's get rid of both of these. I'll try this. I don't know at this point. I'm so I'm so unhappy this happened. Yeah, like I went into my old streams and the audio was dog shit, and I was like, "What?" Yeah, so I went and fixed it, and then I get a robot echo. I'm like, I can't win. Oh wait, I think that sounds a little bit better, like you said. Let me hear it. That's not really. Okay, let me turn literally everything off except the compressor. Let's see. Let's see if that sounds okay. Please, please work better. This sucks. Oh my god. Yeah, I cannot believe this. So I'm like finishing up what my production increase too. So this is like right where I wanted to be with the stream. You be a mad scientist, nuclear physicist, sound engineer, just studying, bro. Shit is nuts. Exactly, it really is. I can't believe it's doing this. Let me see if I click this, maybe. It's like there's two audio inputs is what it sounds like. I am messing with it, by the way. That's what I'm doing right now. I cannot believe this. So I'm like finishing up what my production increase too. So this is like right where I wanted to be with the stream. You be mad scientist, nuclear physicist, sound engineer, just studying, bro. Shit is nuts. Exactly, it really is. I can't believe it's doing this. Let's see if I click this, maybe. It's like there's two audio inputs is what it sounds like. Yeah, that didn't fix it. So I feel like it's something to do with that, with the audio device, like it's recording double time or something. Oops. Gain capture, audio input, window capture. Next to go webcam. Let's turn that off because that doesn't need to be on at all. Maybe that was part of the issue. Why am I not hearing anything at all from my game? Or from my stream? Oh. So, God, this sucks so bad. This whole stream is scuffed. Yeah, that didn't do anything. Shit. Man, I'm like literally going down the list of troubleshooting. So it's not a duplicate audio device that I know of. It's just a default one. Let me turn this off and on again real quick. Just do that. And then... Wait. Is this still... Why would that... Alright, I'm going to wait till the stream catches up. There's no way that's what the problem was. Oh, research finished. Come on, stream. Catch up. What? Wow, it was... That makes no sense. That was a problem. Oh my god. So, let me see if I can capture this. Hold on. Whoops. Do I have a window capture for this? Oh, I guess not. Well, I'm not going to show it because it would be... it would. So I basically had two audio inputs captured at the same time for no reason. But it didn't say I did. It was just saying the default audio capture was like... It's hard to describe. It was basically like the audio capture was lit up like I was using it, but it shouldn't have been lit up because it was automatically already capturing audio. So it's redundant. That makes no sense why it was like that, though. So now I gotta sit here and make sure my stuff is back on. Put all these back on. So I had a bunch of stuff off. So let me make sure that's back on now. Okay. It seems to sound okay, I think. Jesus Christ, that sucks. I was literally like, I went over. I mean, you could still hear it, and son of a bitch, because I'm like not paying attention. Yeah, that fixed everything. Yeah, so I had this whole... Well, how long have I been streaming? For an hour and 40 minutes. So basically, up until now, it was just fucked. God damn it. I'm gonna have to, like, amend my stream, be like, this whole stream is just garbage, basically. I mean, you can still hear it, but I sounded like a fucking cyborg the entire time, and that just sucks. Why... What do you mean the audio input capture was double? That makes no sense. Like the whole time I've been streaming on and off for like over a year, like 2 years at this point. I've never like, I don't even know what to say. It's like I'm not really mad. I'm just like, and I am just not paying attention to these designs because these designs are just straight washed. There you go. Yeah. It's shit, dude. that sums it up. It's shit. Because I had no idea that was going on. And I wasted so much time because I was sitting here. Oh, that's funny. This train is literally just going back and forth at this point. So now that I have extra production, which is what I was going to say, which was what I was trying to say, which was what I was trying to do, I'm going to start making some more trains. And I wanted to talk about what I did while I was messing with the audio settings. I just copied an entire cell and pasted it. That's the whole point of what's called modular design, or the city block design, is when you need more of something, you can just copy paste the entire thing. Yeah, exactly. I'm not even mad, dude. I'm just disappointed. It's like, really, bro? Like, you've been doing me dirty this whole time. And whenever I start a stream, I listen to it for a second just to make sure it works, and then I like close out, YouTube or whatever. Then I just stream normally. Like, I'm not gonna sit here with my fucking stream open the entire time, like, because you'll hear it in the background, or it'll distract me. So like, I just go in it, listen to it for a second to make sure I don't sound like a fucking cyborg, which I didn't think I did, and then I close it. And then, good lord, that's so much wasted time. That blows. Well, I'm glad you jumped in here, because I would not have known, so thank you. So what I was saying was, I'm just gonna pretend like that didn't happen at this point, just straight up, just denial. I'm just gonna do what Americans do best, just pretend like something didn't happen. So I duplicated these cells, so now I have more iron plate and copper plate production. So I am going to, and why do I not have a little thing here for whatever? I'll just add a tag. I'm going to make some more trains. I don't know why I did that like that, but there you go. So I need at least 2 trains here, and making trains is just as easy as a train stops, although that guy just ruined my plan. So I'm just going to copy him, bring him over here, and then grab an extra cargo wagon, boom. And then I'm just going to right click him, and then left click there, boom, he's copied. And that's it. That's as easy as it gets. And he will follow the same basic program as that guy. And I'll just grab a little fuel stop there. So he's going to do the exact same thing the other guy did, which is iron plate out, iron plate in. And because all my stations are named iron plate out that are just part of these cells, it will automatically oscillate between all these different cells of iron plate until he gets what he wants. It's just that easy. Like that's the beauty of modular design and all this stuff. It's the point of my base. I can expand it so easy. So now that I have more copper, so I added 2 trains there. So let's add 2 copper trains, or one. Actually, there's only 1 iron plate train, so I need to add 1 more. But I'll wait till that one leaves. And there's nowhere for him to go, because that's why he has a little Z's above his head. Same with him. So I'll wait till he leaves, but I will add some more copper trains right now. And there's already 1 there again, so that's good. I mean, the fact that they're just sitting there means there's not enough for them to do, which is where you want to be. So I'm going to go ahead and find something for them to do real quick. Okay, he just left, so grab another one. And it is kind of important to keep track of how many trains you have and where they're going, but I just eyeball it, really. Make sure he's on auto. Yeah, make sure your trains are on auto. If you leave them on manual, they're just going to sit there with their thumb up their butts. He's on auto, and if you see Z's, then yeah, that means they're on auto. Okay, so I need 1 more iron. Just go to an out, bro. Like, I need him to leave. If I need him to leave, I just need to go find another iron train, because they're all busy right now. So there should be 1. Yeah, there's 1 right. I need a train right here. Like, where are you at, bro? Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye. And you got to be careful when you're placing trains, because if you do it while another train's coming, they'll just crash into it. It's not the end of the world, but it's annoying. So now that I got 2 extra iron trains and 2 extra copper trains, I'm going to start doing what I planned on doing with them, and that is circuits. So I want more circuits, and I want more modules. So I have all these extra cells, and I will keep getting extra cells. And these 2 cells here I'll probably save for power, because I'm going to need more power as soon as I start building more circuits and stuff. It's 6.7 gigawatts. So I can just probably, this whole row here, I can start doing circuits. So let's grab my design here and paste it. I mean, at least with my robot voice, you can still hear everything. It was just distracting because it was a fucking robot. But you could hear everything. No, don't get rid of the... Just get rid of these. And yeah, this is going to draw more power as I make more and more cells, unfortunately. Man, these RoboPorts are just not like, I guess I should put better modules in here because these RoboPorts are not churning out anything special. Same with this legendary hauler, not a single cool thing this entire time this has been out. So this is going to be a huge redesign. Like, this is going to be, I'll probably spend the next like few play sessions off camera like redoing this if I even feel like it, because I mentioned in another stream I was going to really start working on quality, but I'm like, you know what, my just regular base needs work before I want to get into quality. Like, my circuit design is, or my circuit production is a little bit low, because yeah, I don't like seeing empty stops. Like, I want it to look like this. It's fully saturated, and my red circuits are just always empty. So that means I can increase some circuit production here. So I'm going to build this cell, although I already have 3 here. I'm just going to, so this will be 3 as well. So I can do green, red, blue, green, red, blue. So I'm going to do all the circuits. Like, and when you do circuits, you're going to use, most of the circuits you're going to use are going to be green circuits. Electronic circuits. And then depending on what you're doing, you'll be using a lot of advanced circuits and processing units, obviously. But like, basically the heart of your circuits is going to be the green circuits. So I want more red circuits, but if I want more red circuits, I also need more green circuits. I do not need more processing units though, so I'm not really going to worry about that, but I definitely need more red circuits. So it's kind of like, if you want to scale stuff up, don't just scale one thing up, scale a bunch of stuff up at the same time that goes together, because you probably will need it eventually anyway. It's a good rule of thumb. I don't know what's going on with that, but whatever. Let me see here. Just messing with something for a second. Yeah, so green, red, blue. Now the question is, do I want to use my old circuit design, which uses less power, but it's not as efficient, or my new circuit design, which uses way more power, but it is more efficient? And unfortunately, I'm going to have to go with the new one, simply because the whole point is I need more circuits, I'm not here to just put stuff up for fun. It's like, although it is fun, but... So I'm going to copy this cell. And this is once again showcasing the power of robots. So let's copy. Looks like I need to copy from all the way up here. Copy this whole thingamajig. And I copy the outside so I can get all the signals and stuff too. It just makes it easier on myself, so I don't have to re-signal it or anything. Let's Control Shift Paste. And that's the reason why I'm up. So when I said I wanted to get more circuits, that means I wanted to add more cells where I was designing circuits, right? Well, sure, but when you add more circuits, then guess what you need? You need more resources for the circuits. So I'm going to add more circuits, but what do circuits need? They need raw resources. So green circuits need iron and copper. Red circuits need plastic and this is crap need plastic, copper, and green circuits. And then the final one is going to need the green and red and sulfuric acid. Yeah, map has crazy resource. Yeah. I think I was a little too... I don't recall putting the slider up on resources themselves or how many patches. I thought I just put the patches were richer like a little bit, not even that much. But apparently it's just like a lot of resources. But it doesn't matter. I'm not even using like... I'm using almost none of them. Like half of these cells, they're just sitting there. So, like not using this copper, not using this stone, not using this uranium, using that one, not using that copper, not using that copper, not using that stone, not using that copper. So it's like I'm not using like any of this stuff. Like in my original base, you can see I actually was using a lot of these, hence the squared out here. You can see where the miners were basically. But yeah, I'm not using like half these resources. In fact, I need more copper patches. Like that's why I'm having to throw this crap on the side of a rail, because I didn't have one in a good spot. Like all the copper patches seem to be on like weird intersections, which is hilarious. Like or in a weird spot that I just not really in a good spot for me. So it looks like one of the copper trains came in. Okay, so this doesn't need to be here. I need some power for this, so I'll just slap that there. It looks like iron's coming in. And actually, that's pretty much it. It's like that's green circuits revamped. Now, this is going to draw a huge amount of power because the electromagnetic plants, so that number is going to spike up here shortly. So here they come. 2. Okay, there's the 3s. Yeah, and just like that, green circuits are way up. Just way up. And I'm using these long-handed inserters, so I can't use the stack inserters on these, but that's fine because it's not really that big a deal. So there's some increased green circuit production. And I can probably just follow it on here, wherever it is. Let me see. Yeah, so 219. It's just going up and up. And then the next cell, I need to do red circuits. So let me slap a green circuit symbol on here. And I need to do these 2 cells as well, but I'll finish this off first. So again, I'm going to copy from here, power robots. And that's going to copy the entire cell, and then I can just copy paste it lined up. Boom. No muss, no fuss, another cell. And it's so effective, I can just immediately slap this right here because I already know this works beautifully because I've already used it. And I actually don't like all these trees here, so I'm going to get rid of them. Looks like my robots are doing a little bit of extra work there. And let me stay in Roboport range so you take all this crap away, and then my robots go out and build. See how all my sciences are doing. So it looks like I can use a little bit more space science, but I'm not really worried about it. Yeah, same with Gleba. Not worried about Gleba. Gleba's literally on the way home right now. It's like heading back. I got the science in here. Let's see, while you guys build that, I'm gonna go ahead and just start building the last one too. And this is how you increase production with the modular design. If you don't have a modular base, it's a lot different, obviously. But it's always the same questions like new players have. They're like, how do I make, like, this stuff isn't working? And then the answer is always because you just need more. It's like, if it's not working, it's just because you need more. And when I say you need more, it all starts with ore. So that's why I knew I needed more circuits, so I immediately went out and then made more iron ore, and then I made more iron plates, and same with copper, more copper ore, and then more copper plates. It's like the next thing. And why are you saying, oh, because level 2s? Why do I have crappy freaking modules in these? So these are using 2s. Well, stop using 2s. Like, nobody told you to use 2s. I think I kind of went and changed this a little bit. Yeah, this is basically double beacons now. So I'll have speeds for some of these, but I also have efficiency modules in these. And just to make these not use that much power, because these use a lot of power. Are you going into quality at all? A little bit. Like, not much. Like, it's just a tiny bit. I started some quality stuff. I'm going to eventually do it in space, but I started doing it on planet and the results are terrible, and I don't feel like doing it right now. Like, I will do it like the right way eventually, but right now it sucks and I don't like how I have it built. So what I did realize more importantly was I just needed to up some production on my base. So that's what I'm doing now. After my robot microphone stopped screwing me over, of course. Oh, and then let's get one of these over here. So I know that I'm building blue circuits, even though I already know I'm building processing units. Okay, so now that I'm getting these here, I'm going to need more trains. And it looks like a train's probably already picked up here, but just in case. What are you waiting on? Green circuits? Yeah, so let me get some trains going here. And again, when you have trains, you can just literally... Oh, on this crappy thing. All right, this thing, I'm officially going to decommission this piece of crap. This thing sucks. I'm going to bring this one in, and I'm going to have to redesign this in the editor because it is just miserable. Let me take this off too. All right, so I need to copy a green circuit train. Here we go. There we go. Put him on automatic. Okay, so there's extra train there. And then I'm going to put an extra train here for red circuits. So let me go find a red train. Here's one right here. Copy that. Automatic. And he's actually going. He's going right now for some reason. He can go do his best if he wants. And it looks like I haven't gotten any logistics in a while, so I'll let them refill me here for a second. There we go. Yeah, wait here while I wait for this green circuit train to freaking hurry up. And then finally, let me make another processing unit train. I don't think I really needed extra processing units at all, but like I said, if I was going to build any more stuff, I might as well keep it consistent, you know? All right. So now these are just waiting on trains, which is completely normal. What I will do is come around here and fix any signals. So signal here, double signals here, double signal there. And again, like I've mentioned in other videos, the signals don't have to be exactly like I have in here. It's just, this is how it works on my base, and this works for me. But as long as you have like a general rule of thumb with them, it'll be fine. That's okay. Okay, so it's now finally making red circuits. I should probably add another green circuit train, to be honest. Yeah, because this is not getting any trains at all. Yeah, so I really need to increase my circuits. Like, good lord. I don't have any extra trains. Okay, this is going to take a while to fill up. Okay, what else do you need? Oh, I need to hook up some sulfuric acid here. So it looks like I don't have any sulfuric acid that is not... Okay, so I need to go grab another sulfuric acid train. So let's go do that. And my sulfuric acid is somewhere. There it is. So it's way down here. I think I'll just do this remotely. I don't feel like doing this myself. So this is where you pick it up. So let's grab another train and some fluid wagons. I think this is going to be a 2-banger. Oh, I don't have any. Oh, that's what those pumps were for that I deleted. Son of a bitch. You can look at your production stats to see how many you're consuming. Yeah, I know. Thank you. I was like, I don't really go into this page very often. That's one thing I was describing to new players. There's a lot of ways to do things, and there's like different types of players, and one of the players uses like the mods, uses calculators, like does everything by the book, and that's fine, like totally great. Then there's the type of player that just eyeballs everything, just plays by like ear basically, which is also fine. And it doesn't matter how you play is the point I was making, as long as you're having fun. I like to do a little bit of both. Like I like to look up some ratios, and I do a little bit of, you know, some of that kind of stuff, but mostly I just eyeball stuff. So it's really cool, like the different ways people play. So there's the sulfuric acid. So let me just, okay, so I have a train now. So now I need to go find my trains. Let's go grab one so I can copy paste it. There we go. You are all full. And you should be going straight to the processing units. Away you go. And what else do we need? Green circuits. Okay, so and it looks like my plastic production. And this is what I was saying earlier. You increase production on one thing, you're probably going to have to increase production on something else. So my sulfuric acid should be okay. The plastic should be okay. Like stuff like that should be okay. But go ahead and check. So I'm making plastic in 2 different spots. So that's full, so that's perfect. And this is pretty much full, so that's fine. So I might want one more train, and I'm gonna go ahead and just add one, just in case. So let's copy the train. And let's make sure this sulfuric acid train is in, and he is. So all these are getting sulfuric acid. Beautiful. So yeah, just waiting on this green circuit train. And it's crazy to me that I just do not seem to have that many green circuit trains. I really thought, or electronic circuit trains, really thought I had more. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and do this guy too. Oh, there we go. Train limits 1. Perfect. So now you just need some red circuits. And this is why I built more stuff, because it is just not getting enough So I wanted one more processing unit cell just in case I needed it, but I do not need any more than that because I'm just really don't need that many processing units because, yeah, it's one of the highest number items out of my base. It's like I just don't need that many. But I do need some more advanced circuits, so I will be, again, I'm going to do the same thing I just did. I'm going to grab some more cells, which I was spreading out here, which is my complete assembly design here. And I'm going to keep going. And then I'll have 3 more. I'll probably do... Well, I don't know which number I'm going to go with, but I will add some more green circuit in, or electronic circuits and advanced circuits production here. And this is all, I'm just going to really ramp up production on some items that are not like 100% like good to go. So that's all like in service to that. It looks like I need to do some more research. Grab a couple more things. Rockets. I do not want to do this worker robot speed 15 right now. That 512,000. I will do probably some more artillery stuff. Well, it's only 10%, which is pretty garbage. But let me see here. So these are doing like 1800. Yeah, I really do. These really do need to do more damage. Like my rockets do more damage than freaking artillery shells right now. So that's going to take 1,000,000 years of research. And that could be one of the things I do next too, is increase my science, because my science permitted is really low, and I don't care. But when I start getting into these bigger researches like worker robot speed, now it's like up to 500,000. It's going to take forever for this amount of labs. So I'm going to have to increase these labs, increase science production in general, which will be pretty easy because usually these are pretty much full. So yeah, this is all just basically increasing production in all the directions of what I need, and it's just going to really help out the base. So let me check. So, yeah, this is slow with only getting one of these at a time. Jeez. But that's about it for now. That audio crap was absolutely just diabolical. So now that I got it fixed, hopefully it won't happen again. But yeah, that's it for now. I'm gonna keep working on this probably off camera at some point, and then I'll get back to it. But yeah, that's it for this stream. Peace out.